Hi, so my first video was about admin, now my second video is about the user. So, as I showed in the last that when I created a user and when I clicked on the search flights, it took me directly to the search flights page. Now out here, search flights, user can actually give the departure airport, arrival airport, departure date, and if he wants to have a round trip and the number of adults. I would like to show you for searchflight.php. So I just take you to searchflight.php. So if you see out here, it's basically doing, so this is the table airport codes from which the drop down list is being populated. So this is coming from the airport codes table, and if I can show you the airport codes table. So the airport codes table has all the codes, and this is what is being populated in the drop down. And then if you see that we have used date picker for the date, and if this it's a round trip, then we can check box that, and then it would have the round trip. If not, then it would just be a single way ticket. And then so if you see out here that the user fills in the departure airport, arrival airport, departure date, and if it's the checkbox has been clicked, then the user has to fill out the round trip information and the number of adults. So in our case, we have given 1 to 5 in the drop down. And if you see, once I hit on the search flight, it would take me out to the search.php page. Now the search.php page is we've used the Google API in search.php. This is the search.php. But first I would like to show you search flight. So out here, if I select Chicago, so out here I have the Chicago airport and if I give New York out here, so out here I give New York, and then if I give the departure date as 12th of December, and if I give round trip, and the number of adults is 2, and my arrival date is 5th of January, then if I hit on search flight, it would actually take me to search.php, and that search.php has consumed the Google API for searching the flights. So now if I hit on search flight, there would be a list of flights for this particular time frame populated. So if you see, there are a number of flights which have been searched, and these are all the flights. Now if I take you to search search.php, now this is search.php. Okay, so now out here if you see that what we have done is, so this was most challenging part for us because Google API accepts input in form of JSON and gives the response back in terms of JSON. So we had to actually decode the JSON into the PHP array. So if you see now, it has the number of adults stored in a session, and then if you go down, it has the post check return, and if the check return is equal to 1, that is, the checkbox has been selected, then the array sends the request, and then the request is then encoded in JSON form, and then it is sent to the Google API through via a curl request out here, if you see, and then what we get back is in JSON, and so we decode it in JSON, and that decoded JSON is put into the result data. Now the reason why we have true is that for the Google API, if we do not give true the JSON decode, it would give us the object required. So in that case, we had to give true. Then if I just scroll down, if you see that we have used refined search data. Now what this does is actually refines all the data in the API. So the API has a lot of JSON responses. We do not want to use so many responses. We do not want to have so many information. So just to refine the information, we have used this variable as refine search data. And what trip option does is basically trip option is giving us all the JSON information, and we may not require all the information for our project. And if you see that all the refined search data has been given back to the flight search, and it is stored in a session. So I can just quickly show you what trip option is. So this is the trip option, which is a Google API response. So we have used this information in the script. Now if I take you back to the search flight, you can see all the information has been displayed now. So if you see out here, all the flight search information has been stored in the session, and all the flight information has been given. Now there is a book data out there which is a hidden container and which is stored in a session, so that when user clicks on book, it takes the entire row, the entire selection of the flight to the next page, to the customer.php page. So if you see out here, if I click on book, it takes me to customer.php because it has the book data as stored as a hidden variable. So therefore, if you see that the entire row has been stored in a section, and the number of adults has also been stored in a session. So remember, we had selected 2 adults for booking, so we have two fields for filling the information. I can take you to customer.php. So customer.php, if you just go through, so out here if you see that taking data, we have taken data from the hidden field book data, which is a container, and it keeps the data and displays in another page. So a request has been made for book data. So all the information of the flight details along with the how many passengers would be traveling, that is number of 2 adults which would be traveling, it has been populated on the customer.php page. Now when all the information has been filled out, when I hit on book pay, it should take me to buy.php. So out here now, if I give the information of the traveler, and then if I give just female, so when I book flight, it would take me to buy.php page. So now this page has all the customer details which are going in the flight along with the flight details, and this is a payment form. And the payment form, the payment has been used using the Stripe API, which Mira would be explaining later on in the video. And so the Stripe API also has the autonomous transaction going on at the back end. Now one thing to note out here is that in buy.php out here, if you see the credit card number, it is the calculation of 2 adults. So remember I had selected 2 adults, so it calculates 2. For the credit card number, the Stripe API has provided one credit card number which is provided in the user manual, and that's the assumption we would be taking. Out here CVC should not be less than 3 integers, so it would not accept 2 integers. I can show you buy.php. So so the buy.php is inside the Stripe PHP master. So if you see, the number of adults have been stored in the session, and now we have used trim because there may be some characters which is not required, so we have trimmed those characters. Then we fill in the information of the number of adults. If it's 2, we fill in the information of 2 adults. And these are all the validations which have been done. So this gives us the entire customer details with who are going along with the flight details. And this is all populated on the page. And then when you actually give so this is if you see this is all the payment form. So this payment form is filled, and once it's filled, when the user clicks on pay, it takes user to the pay.php. So it takes user to the pay.php. So this is all I have for this video. Last thing I would like to show is that before it's taken over to Mira, that the things we would be submitting is data scripts, the scripts which we have used in this project, test data which we have used. It's very simple. All the instructions have been given in the user manual. We have the final EER diagram, we have the complete project, we have the project presentation, and the user manual which gives the entire description of the project, the site navigation, the queries we have used, and step-by-step deployment and execution of the project. This is all from my side. Now Mira would be taking over. Thank you.